Well, luckily I don't have any arthritis or any of that, but
You're still young.
you never know. The athletes, they've got, I don't know, they've got all kinds of aches and pains.
I think the important takeaway from that is a lot of people think that the weather only goes so far as, is it going to ruin my afternoon and am I going to need an umbrella?
Right.
I think people tend to forget the impacts it can have on your body, your surroundings, and even our planet as a whole. So that was a really good example of how we should think of those different things.
Now the plane pressure, I felt that on a whole level.
Yeah, that's why you always take some gum with you. It was a beautiful afternoon across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. Check out this time lapse from McFarland Park looking over the Florence Harbor. Plenty of blue sky. We didn't see much in the way of any cloud cover. We got to enjoy ample sunshine this afternoon, and our temperatures certainly reflected that. It was a beautiful final day of November across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. And with the final day of November comes the final day of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. We can kind of summarize the Atlantic hurricane season. There were 21 named storms this year. 8 of those made landfall along the continental United States. Of those 21 named storms, 7 of them developed into hurricanes. 4 of those 7 developed into a major hurricane. A major hurricane is classified as a Category 3 hurricane with sustained winds of at least 111 miles per hour. This is also the 7th consecutive year where we actually saw a named storm develop before June 1st. Now, for those of you unfamiliar, June 1st is the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season every single year. But we're done with November, we're done with the Atlantic hurricane season, and we can now focus on December. The average high temperature tomorrow going to be 58 degrees. By the time we get to the end of the month, 51. The average low temperature goes from 37 to 32 degrees. Traditionally, December is the wettest month in the calendar year. We average right around 6 inches of rain. Rain is actually something we could use across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. This was the 14th driest November on record, according to stats from the Huntsville International Airport. Now, despite the fact that December starts tomorrow, you'd almost never know it based on our temperature trend over the next couple of days. Consistently hanging out in the mid and upper 60s, Thursday and Friday, we're going to make a pretty solid run at the lower 70s. We should be hanging out in the upper 50s this time of year. We definitely didn't see temperatures that low this afternoon. As a matter of fact, mid and upper 60s. Some folks even did see the lower 70s this afternoon over in northwest Alabama. Florence saw a high this afternoon of 70 degrees. Huntsville International Airport saw 68. Scottsboro saw 64. Pulaski, good evening up in southern Middle Tennessee. You saw a high temperature this afternoon of 66 degrees. Really is going to be a great night across the Tennessee Valley. I think you're going to be able to give that heater a break. Temperatures only dropping into the lower 40s. I've got a low right around 42 degrees. Now, some folks across northeast Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee might drop into the upper 30s, but generally it's going to be a warm night across the Tennessee Valley. And it'll be a warm morning for the kids at the bus stop. Temperatures sitting in the lower 40s, right around 43 degrees. Maybe they'll want to dress in layers. Certainly okay to wear a t-shirt, but I think you're going to want that jacket in the morning. You'll be able to ditch that jacket in the afternoon because temperatures are going to climb once again into the mid and upper 60s. Would not be the least bit surprised if somebody ends up seeing 70 degrees. The MWR Holiday Market and Tree Lighting is this weekend on Redstone Arsenal. Gate 10, the activity field, 67 on Saturday, 63 degrees by the time we get to Sunday. An isolated shower certainly possible both days this weekend. Doesn't look like it'd be a complete wash. The SEC Championship over in Atlanta, a fair mix of sunshine and cloud cover, temperatures hanging out in the upper 60s and lower 70s. I was putting this graphic together and kind of realized the weather is irrelevant considering that football game will be played indoors. Have a good look at the next 7 days. A little cooler as we head into the weekend, temperatures hanging out in the mid 60s, and then a little cooler still as we head into the early part of next week. That's all I got for you this evening.